Moving on to the UK, we would like to introduce Helen Hines from Reading, England. Helen, tell us more about your program.
So we're based in Reading, which is just sort of west of London, and I am the only violin teacher, although I have another 3 or 4 teachers who work for me who teach theory. So in terms of students, we've got about 75 students in total. They're all pre, and we prepare for a number of concerts throughout the year. We have a very big concert setting in Christmas every year. We perform before the pantomime, and there's a big theatre in Reading, and they perform every evening in December and early January, and we're invited along to perform for as many as we want. And so I take a group of students. Often it's a different group of students, as many times as we can, sometimes 10 or 15 times in December. Every year we work towards a big performance at the end of the school year, so that's usually in June or July, and the last few years that's what we've been working towards. We've done a number of Dean Marshall's pieces. I think we had like a great big shift in the studio, because before that it was just all classical music, but I could tell that some of the older children in particular would definitely like to play something from the sort of the wider pop genre. And so when we introduced the choreography and when we introduced the new pieces, I was apprehensive whether they would enjoy playing those, but it was so clear that the older children in particular were the ones that were most engaged. The parts were really challenging, but they were also extremely playable, and so the practice went through the roof. Everybody wanted to play nothing else but 7 reels.
Helps?
Oh, massively, absolutely massively, for 2 reasons. Once, I think it really technically challenges them and brings them up to a level where they can address classical repertoire, and then the other part is just the motivation to practice in general really increases. So the combination of the 2 things. I mean, this year I've really seen it, because a lot of the children who have been learning the 7 reels are also learning the Bach double, or some of them have known it already and are learning the additional part for it. So the 2 pieces together have gone extremely well. We've been able to say, hey, this is just like the 7 reels. We're just going to use this section in the Bach double. This is just the same. It's got some of the same bowing patterns, and particularly with the 7 reels, with the challenging bowing, we've said, for example, at the very beginning, I think it was number 7 or 6. It's got some challenging bowing in there that we find all over in lots of different repertoires. So we say, hey, look, that's the 7 reels bowing, and we can go back and review that, and then take that forwards in whatever concerto that they're learning at the time. So I definitely think the 2 things go hand in hand in terms of the raised motivation and also the help with the technical stuff.